NFL on EA Sports. It's the New England Patriots taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Arizona Cardinals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback back in the NFL for the first time since 2016. It's Colin Kaepernick.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll run for the first time now with James White. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, capitalized, and the others, you said, had the chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Byron Murphy, the first pick of the second round there defensively.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
First down, here's White. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Yeah, what do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with White. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
5-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 17 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and down the field.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 31.
Counter play, Drake. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Kenyon Drake.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
Next pass, intended for number 28, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Going on the ground, it's White. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
First quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Oh, it breaks another. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
He used the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now Kaepernick. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. So now we have Edelman slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now White. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. You're not ready. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. 59.
They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. that they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 19-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. This throw caught right around the 6. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Murray hook it up with Kirk for an Arizona first down. On 1st and goal, Drake. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Check, 59.
On 1st down, Kaepernick. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
He was defended by
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Kaepernick to throw again. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now Kaepernick again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. On third and long, it's Kaepernick. He's airing it out for Sanu. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
Jake Bailey in
now the second-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England. As he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first. And look at this. It's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 53. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Return. The Cardinals take over first and 10. At their own.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well. Murray and the Cardinals with a first and 10 at their own 21. Out of the gun, he'll throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dietrich Wise able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
After the sack on first down, Murray, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And some space, and I think the ball's out. And the Patriots have it.
Murray on the keeper. Fumble on the play.
Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Kaepernick. He hits White, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. White again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-up.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he'll bang that one through. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And now the Pats' leading rusher the past 2 seasons, it's Sony Michel. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
Here's White. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Patriots have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead is now 14 to 10. Kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Murray, he'll buy some time right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
At the 40-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray finds the open target, Arnold. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
A gain of
4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down.
From the gun, Murray. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Williams.
Murray.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Throwing again, Murray. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
I love the drive they're working on here, because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Murray to air it out again. Step, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Arizona.
Kyler Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Now out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Kaepernick going to throw. Going deep for Walker. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a gain of 35 for a Patriot.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
He's brought down.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Kaepernick. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Kaepernick to throw. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And the Patriots are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it. This is White. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run. This is White. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Patriots have retaken the lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want, and cover it well.
Back to throw, Kaepernick. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
That keeps the score Patriots 20.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On the return, Andy Isabella. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a... And, oh, a a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. No, he stays up. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
No good. That keeps the score Patriots 26.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
10-10 at their own 20.
Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 10, 1:07 remaining. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting. Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Pats, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.